So I got my Mr. Beer here. Okay, we're done with the boil. I'm gonna let this guy boil for 15 minutes. But the reason why I brought you down here is my stuff from last. I'm gonna try a pound of oats here. I'm gonna toast those guys in the oven. Just got done cleaning up in the basement. Down here you can see we got my oatmeal stout. Hey guys, Doug with PFC Brewing here, and we gotta have the brew dog check this out with us. So today, just doing a little inventory of the equipment and whatnot. Got a little helper here, so kind of go over things real quick. These two are my existing kettles. Always use that guy for like an HLT and the guy for the boil kettle. Since before Christmas, I got that guy. He is going to be my new boil kettle. So, real quick, the existing installation, and that's not existing in there. But the existing installation, there's a ball valve there, just with a bulkhead on the inside. You can kind of see that bulkhead has a little coupler in it. So that's existing on there. On here, got a bulkhead with a ball valve and a nipple. Both those guys have nipples. I love nipples. And then here, this guy came with a generic thermometer. It did have a 2-piece ball valve on it. I chose to put a 3-piece there. And that's what she looks like on the inside. So, first things first. The HLT. What I'm going to do with this, and this is going to be a propane setup, I'm going to keep the existing ball valve I got on there. Got me a couple brewometers. These are nice because they tell you the different things. Plus, there's a little screw on the back to where you can calibrate them as needed. So that's the kit for all that. I'm hoping those will go in smoothly. I have never put those in yet, so we'll have to see. And then, as a pickup tube, I'm just going to simply use one of these for now. As you can see, that gives you a pretty good, really good, well, I'll get more water off the bottom of that guy. So, you also can see here, we got 3 bulkheads, 3 nipples, 3 half couplings, and another 90-degree elbow. So the plan, and I got this 50-foot coil of 3/8 stainless steel tubing. So my plan is to have on one side, connecting up to that tubing, bulkhead with a coupling, with a nipple. That's going to be going, the kettle's going to be going there, and then this is going to be on the inside. And that's going to attach to here. So I'm going to have a bottom one like that and a top one like that. So as you can see, that guy will sit in there. I'll get that straightened out. It'll sit in there, and I can run liquids through there. So I have hot water sitting in here, run liquids through that hose to keep things regulated with the temperature that I want. So, as you can see, that's how that's going to be set up. Now, I got these 3 extra pieces here. That will stay put. Essentially, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to have another line coming in on the top and use this bulkhead here with a nipple. And then this is going to be on the inside of here. It's going to be up here somewhere. so I can keep the water moving around, so I prevent any hot spots that are going to be going on in there. So, and the way I'm going to circulate that is with one of these pumps. Each one of these pumps is going to have a ball valve on the out, nipple on the other side, and I'm just going to use my silicone tubing I got right there for all that. So that's how the HLT is going to work, and I'll have a video on putting that together. Now the mash tun. Like I said, this used to be my brew kettle, so for it, I'm gonna put this on there. For it, I bought this nice stainless steel screen. It's a little tricky getting in there. But she goes in. See how well that fits. And look at those tight edges around there. So that's going to be sitting in there. That's going to help me from hopefully getting a stuck sparge. I'm going to put my thermometer in. Not sure where the thermometer is going to go on terms of how high, how low. I need to figure out how much or how high I need it to be in kind of the middle of the mash. And this is another Blickman one. So I don't get any money from Blickman, so I'm just saying it's just Blickman because it is a Blickman. And you'll see too, I got the same setup as I did on the HLT. I'm not sure quite which one of these I'm going to use in the bottom and which one I'm going to use on top. But I'm going to have a bulkhead up here, and I'm going to have a bulkhead up here going in so I can recirculate the mash. That's what that nipple's for. I may end up just putting the bulkhead in, nipple, and then having a tube go in. And then one of these is going to be used for my makeshift pickup tube. So what's going to happen is, for those of you that don't know how this works, it's called the Herms. Going to have my hot water in there. Mash is going to be all mashed in, doughed in there. Hot water is going to be in there at a certain temperature. The water is going to come out of this ball valve here. Going to come in to the side of this kettle, through the coil, up out the kettle, back into the mash tun, recirculate around. So that's going to take one pump itself. The other pump is going to be going through here and recirculating the water just to keep from developing hot spots and stuff in there. That pump isn't as critical as what this pump is going to be. So that's going to all be put in there. That's going to be a new way of mashing for me. So, and then I got this new brew kettle. The reason why I'm switching brew kettles is, one, because this guy's got the false bottom for it. If you watched my previous videos, I thought that I had ordered a false bottom for this guy, but I didn't. And I thought these guys were the same size, but they're not. However, this guy will make a much better brew kettle because it is taller and narrower. So, with that being said, tall and narrow means less evaporation loss, which is going to be good. So, you notice I got some parts here. These guys going to be set up like so. And that's going to go in on the top of the brew kettle or wherever I can find it. That's going to serve two purposes. When I sparge out, it's going to go into the brew kettle. Whenever I also get done with the boil, or towards the end of the boil, I can start a whirlpool with that elbow. So that's going to angle that out. That's going to be a way of me having a little whirlpool so I can get a thing of trube on the bottom. I'm going to have to test that out and see how that works. So you see I got my two pumps here with some various ball valves. I think I got 2 extra ball valves. They were like dirt cheap. Well, why I say dirt cheap, like probably $8 a piece. So I got those ball valves. And I got some extra hoses. Do have bazooka tube there. I'm not sure how I'm going to utilize that anymore. May try to make like some type of hot blocker or something with that. I don't know. I'll figure out something with that. So that is gonna be the Herms setup in a nutshell. I hope this makes sense, and I'll probably try to get a separate video out for the HLT, Mr. Mash, and Mr. Boyle. So cheers.